It probably won't come as a big surprise that there's a lot of travel involved in producing this show. AJ and I have literally traveled all over the world, and we've had some pretty crazy and strange experiences along the way. So when Polaris invited me out to Louisiana to check out the new Ranger HVAC and sample a whole slew of interesting southern activities, I was down for sure. I'm sure everybody's already seen AJ's intro story on the new 2018 Ranger 1000 XP. The changes made to that vehicle over the last season's version are nothing short of impressive, and they are all things that were brought to light to Polaris by people like you and I. This is something Polaris is extremely good at. They really do listen to their customers and do their very best to build and evolve vehicles to better suit the needs of the people who use them. This includes the HVAC unit. For anyone who doesn't know, the HVAC system adds heat and air conditioning to a cab-equipped Ranger. This was standard equipment on the NorthStar Edition the past few seasons, and we've tested a few of them. The new NorthStar Edition has an all-new cab that is better sealed, quieter, tighter fitting, and can include options like power windows, interior lighting, and stereo systems. It is, hands down, the slickest, most automotive side-by-side cab system on the market. The new HVAC system has been moved from underneath the driver's seat to up front under the hood. This keeps it out of the elements and provides a much more integrated look. The truth is, if you didn't know a Ranger had an HVAC system, you can no longer tell just by looking at it. Bringing us down to Louisiana to try out this new Ranger model was a smart move because the temps during the day were pushing 100 degrees with almost unbelievable humidity. It wasn't just hot, it was just sticky and gross, at least for those of us who reside north of the border, that is. The place we were staying is called Honey Break Lodge and is located on the shore of Lardo Lake just outside of Jonesville, Louisiana. It's located on a 45,000-acre parcel of land. Given the size of the property, the weather this time of year, and the long list of activities Polaris had planned for us, this was the perfect place to test out the Ranger HVAC system. The first part of this adventure was hunting teal. This had us getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning, using our Rangers to get out to where the boats were parked, using the boats to get out to our duck blind, and then waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and waiting. I've never hunted birds before, at least not over water, so this was a new experience for me, and it was definitely a fun one. But because of the hurricanes this season, the weather has been warmer than usual, which has kept the birds away. We didn't see many, but when a small group did fly by, we unloaded, and we got 3 of them. After we were done with the birds, we loaded up and headed back to the lodge. Now in the morning when we headed out, it was actually pretty chilly, and we had the heat on in the cab of our Ranger. On the way back though, the temps had climbed back up to almost 100 degrees, and that air conditioning was a godsend. In the afternoon, we headed out to Honey Break's gun club and professional level skeet course. I've shot skeet before, but never on a course as sophisticated and nicely appointed as this one. I've shot skeet many times before, and I'm actually not that bad at it. Savage also supplied us with a couple really nice Stevens 320 pump guns, but for some reason, I was shooting terrible. But at the end of the day, it was a lot of fun, and that's all that counts. On our second day at Honey Break, we had a couple more interesting events lined up for us, the first of which was to visit their world-class bird dog training facility. We've all heard how well-trained bird dogs are, and we maybe have seen one at one time or another, but I've never seen anything like the dogs at Honey Break. The dogs they train here win national bird dogging championships. Pretty impressive to say the least, and it was fun watching them do their thing. But by this point in the day, it was even hotter than the day before, and we were dying to get back in our Ranger and get cooled off. Our next activity is something I never thought I'd actually get to experience. Alligators are a problem in this area. The ponds around Honey Break are full of them, both big ones and small ones. So they bait them, and we got a chance to go see them pull a few out. The first one was 9 feet long. It was already dead when they pulled it out, but man, that was a big animal. The next 2 they brought back in the boat were much smaller. They were fresh kills, so they were still moving a little bit, and that was a little bit creepy. I decided I wasn't likely to get another chance like this, so I got a picture holding one of the small gators by the tail. For a small gator, it was super heavy. After we were done, we headed back to the lodge for a pig roast dinner. All in all, this trip was a blast, and it really showcased how convenient and useful the Ranger HVAC system is. For us Canadians, it's the heater we love most when the weather gets cold. But this trip proved that if you're using your Ranger in any of the southern states, the HVAC system's ice-cold AC is darn near priceless when the weather gets hot. Thanks for watching this segment of Dirt Trax TV. For more great content, make sure you click the links or subscribe to our channel where we're always updating with new content every day throughout the week.